Everyone prepares for the wedding.
Few prepare for the marriage.
I'm Kevin, an ordained minister.
And I'm Deborah, a licensed marriage and family therapist.
Together, we created Beyond the Wedding. Because a wedding lasts a day.
A marriage shapes generations. Welcome to Beyond the Wedding with the Virgos.
Beyond the Wedding with the Virgos, right?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys. We really got to do that for real.
Yes.
All right, so opening question. What was your relationship like before premarital coaching?
Oh my gosh, that was definitely over 10 years ago now. So our relationship as a couple before getting married, before seeking any type of counsel, Kareem and I, when we met, there was no, I thought we were just going to be friends, honestly. I don't know what he had in mind initially, but in my opinion, I was just like, yeah, he's too young. We're just going to be friends. And then I think because the relationship started that way, when we became official, there were a lot of questions that we didn't ask each other. We were just like best friends, and we learned a lot about each other along the way. So when we officially got engaged, prior to engagement, is when we were like, "Hey, what do you believe in? Like, what do you want to do with like?" So we asked those questions a little bit later on, and it was serious. And I remember thinking, I don't know if he's gonna be my husband. And then both of us um, decided to work on our relationship with God. And then he proposed. And I want to say a few months before the wedding, about 6 months, 4 to 6 months, we got baptized, and then we sought counsel with you guys.
Wow.
And I definitely feel like you guys changed our mindset, and it put a lot of things into perspective. It was kind of like that conversation we needed to have. Like, oh wow, these are things that, like, marriage is very serious. It's not like two roommates who are gonna just like continue to live. We were good, but for sure, premarital counseling strengthened our relationship, and it made us it made us realize like all the things that can happen and how to prepare for that.
Yeah, you answered it beautifully. I'll just slide this little piece in. Like when you're first dating, you're in that kind of that honeymoon phase, so everything is all well until you realize that, oh, if this is somebody you want to do life with, there's going to be a lot of other things that you have to deal with. So I think once we realized that, that's when we said, oh, okay, I think we need to take this a step further if we really want to be serious and have some outside guidance.
Wow. And that was so wise of you guys to have that foresight to say, okay, if we want to be more intentional, we want to be more serious, let's get some guidance.
Yes,
So
yes.
kudos to the younger versions.
Mhm.
You're still young,
Yeah.
but kudos to
I
your
think
younger self.
we knew that. I guess from movies. I learn a lot of things either from movies, from friends, from things that I hear one time, and I'm like, we have to do premarital counseling. Like it wasn't something that I knew like we weren't gonna do, but I didn't know like how serious it was gonna be.
Yeah, and I didn't want to have like. That's why I'm glad I'm so glad that we came across each other, because we didn't want to have counseling where it's just like, oh, well, you guys are good then. Oh, you answered this question. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. I feel like you guys challenged us to ask questions that we never asked each other, and that made it so much better. Because if you guys are just telling us, oh, everything is all good, then what do we need counseling for? You know what I'm saying? So
That's good. That's good. Okay, here go another question. What did you expect marriage to be like after the wedding?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh my gosh! After the wedding, you want to answer that one?
honestly, I didn't think it was going to be much of a difference. I didn't think it was going to be like, oh my God, we're married now. Like we have to follow this schedule and this document or whatever. I just thought it was going to be, we're making this official. Like we're bonding ourselves in the covenant, and it's just another step towards the relationship that we already wanted. I don't think anything really changed in a marriage. It's just someone I want to spend the rest of my life with, and that's you showing that you're ready for that commitment.
For me, I think leading up to the wedding, um, it just got very serious. Like the financial piece was very serious for me because, we spent a lot of money on our wedding. We had a lot of guests. There was a lot of pressure,
Yeah, we
and
had a lot of
I
gifts.
remember thinking like, Kareem quit his job in the process of planning our wedding, And I was like, okay, we went from two incomes to
Mhm.
like mine is stable, and this man is saying he's gonna become a photographer. Like he's okay with
Yep.
pictures, but like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, aight.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, aight.
and then I literally said to him, I was like, you better grind it out. I don't care what you do. If you gotta shoot ants or I don't know.
but honestly, I never, I don't know. I didn't have any
And that was
worry.
something I learned from
Yeah.
you. Because he was always mature. He
Mhm.
always held a good job. He paid for everything. And Cream and I have an age difference, so I didn't really expect much from him. I was okay with him having his job, and I have my job, and we are gonna have almost 6-figure income. And I was like, yeah, we're good. We're gonna be fine. And then you're like, hey, I'm gonna quit my job today. Like right now,
Mhm.
I'm not going in. And I think that was like, okay, but I'm about to marry you. So is this a good idea, Sandy? Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
so we had to have a lot of faith.
Mhm.
And then as we got closer to the wedding, and like when the wedding actually was over with, we are like, hey, we could do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like all the
Yeah.
money that we
Yeah.
spent for the wedding, imagine like us still working that hard and buying a house, caring
Mhm.
for having our own family, all those things. Yeah, I don't know if I answered the question, but
No, I mean, no, I think, yeah, I think you did. I think this is why I know like we're meant to be, because I could have told her, hey, I want to quit right now, 6 months from our wedding date, and she could have been like, are you sure? Like, I mean, you good at photos and stuff like that, but like,
Mhm.
you have a 9 to 5. How are we going to sustain? The fact that you were so supportive of it and you believed in it, that's all I needed.
I ended up quitting my job
Yeah.
2 weeks before the wedding because
Yeah.
I ended up having so much like faith and saw how he worked and it did make it happen. I was like, okay, well, I think we're gonna be good.
I
Yeah.
think we make it work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. What made you guys put so much faith and trust in each other before getting married? Like you guys took some big steps, like both of you quit your jobs. What made you know that you can trust each other in these big faith steps?
We're just honestly best friends. Our partnership just is very easy for us to vocalize our needs and our wants, our ideas. Like even to this day, we always say that we're still testing things out. People look at us like,
For
well,
sure.
yeah, y'all look like y'all got it figured out.
Yeah.
That's what it may appear to be, but we're really like talking things out together, and we're not afraid of failure. We're not afraid of starting over. We're not afraid
Yep.
of like making big decisions or risks, I think. And I
Yeah.
think that's what makes it um makes it feel very smooth and easy because
Yeah.
we're just
No, yeah, we've tried different things. Some were successful, some weren't. I mean, look, we've done documentaries. We tried different businesses. We tried selling juices. We tried a bunch of stuff. But I would rather try and fail with her than anybody else.
Wow.
So we just trying stuff. I don't look at it as failures. It's just us just doing
good.
things and trying.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's good. What would you say to a couple who's struggling but unsure about getting pre or postmarital support? A couple on the fence. Like, what would you say to a couple?
I think if you're going to marry someone, don't think about the wedding, because the wedding, you can do the wedding at any time. A lot of times, we do weddings, and the weddings we do are always so beautiful, and but we always ask God that the couple will be together forever, and if they're meant to be together, that it's gonna last. And honestly, a lot of our couples are still married till this day.
Yep.
We can't stop from someone from not getting a divorce or whatever, but we always pray that for them. And every time we talk to them, they always have some sort of premarital counseling. They have some sort of foundation. Their parents either push them to do it, and we always suggest it to them because we did it ourselves.
Mhm.
And I think it's the number one thing that needs to be done. Like if you're not going to do premarital counseling, then don't get married.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
very
Like
good.
thorough premarital
yeah,
counseling.
thorough.
Like you're the person who's doing it for you needs to actually know you as a couple. You know, I've done weddings where like the officiant doesn't even know the couple's name at the at the
Oh,
ceremony. You know what I'm saying?
wow.
It's kind
Yeah.
of like they just sent them a bio
Mhm.
from ChatGPT about themselves, and the
Mhm.
officiant is just reading it.
Mhm.
or they like mispronounce their name or something like that. Like you need to have an actual relationship with the person. It
Can
goes a
I
long
ask
way.
you a question about that? Like,
Mhm.
how important is it for the officiant to know the couple's love story?
And how did y'all feel it was working with us?
Yes.
Did y'all
Oh,
feel like
man.
we knew
Yeah.
y'all? Did you
Oh,
feel?
I mean,
it's 1000% crucial.
Yeah.
I think it's a must.
I don't think we knew each other very long.
Mhm.
Like the span of our knowing each other was long, but you hit everything like
Yeah.
like it was.
Yeah.
I remember walking down the aisle and getting there, like everything felt like a blur, and then all the words that came out your mouth, I was like, "Is this real life? Like,
Mhm.
how did this man vocalize and articulate our journey for someone
Yeah,
not
and,
even
and I
knowing
like
us?"
I knew we were obviously doing our counseling leading up to, but at the wedding I was like, when did we talk about this? I was like, oh, this man know me more than myself. I'm like, so I think it's so important to have that because I think a lot of times people don't want to have outside help when it comes to their relationship. They feel like, man, I love you. Like, what more do I need?
Right.
But that's what we need community for, to ask those questions that you may not ask your spouse with just you two together, because like you're comfortable with each other. But to have that outside voice to ask those questions that you might not ask normally, I think it goes a long way and it opens up different parts of your marriage that you might have never
And I
asked
think
about.
also, you guys weren't just asking us questions, like fill out this form or whatever.
Mhm.
Like you actually got to know us. We had several sessions and we spoke outside of that and a little bit about our journey. We were abstaining before we got married, and we were living together and abstaining and like sharing a bedroom. Like it was unheard of, but like we felt that God wanted us to do. And I remember Kev was like, "Hey guys, I'm not trying to get in your business, nothing like that, but have you ever considered not living together for the next few weeks before you get married?" And we're like, "Well, where is he gonna live? Like,
Yeah.
we're living together because he got nowhere to live,"
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I was homeless.
And he ended up getting an apartment a little bit before we needed to.
Yep.
Like that wasn't the plan, and we did not live together for I think maybe it was like a month and a half, 2 months, and it was a game changer.
That was very interesting.
Yeah, it was a game changer,
very interesting.
and I think that was if you didn't put that in our ear, I don't know. Of course, I'm sure God was a part of the whole thing, but it was a game changer for that moment because we needed to. I needed time to think about. Like I had to be by myself for a little bit. He needed to be by himself. We had to like think about a lot of things, prayer, and I remember when we did. Now, like our marriage, we had to live together. It felt very fresh, right? Very new, exciting.
I think we needed that separation to make us realize how much we actually
Yep.
wanted each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very interesting. I remember that the week leading up to the wedding, I was just in the car and I just started crying. Like I was just like crying, just thinking about all the stuff we went through. Because now we're like 3 weeks not living together. Now I'm like, dang, this is crazy. I'm about to see her next week, and I think that really made the bond even stronger because, oh, I don't want to live a life without her. This is what we needed.
Yep.
Yeah.